everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell from the title in this video, I want to share with you my favorites of the month of August. I chose to go a little bit casual today. This is like my sleep shirt or something. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with beauty as that's the category that I have the most favorites of. So the first one that I want to talk about is this Pacifica palette. This palette is pretty much the only one that I use nowadays. The colors are amazing. I made a video about this in the Pacifica Muse Beauty Collection, but ever since I've had this palette, I pretty much got rid of another palette that I have and I gave it away because this is the only one that I need in my collection at this point, except for the Naked 2 Basics palette, I think is the one I have, because I use one of those shades for my eyebrows. But this palette is just beautiful. I just love every shade, probably besides the blue and the green, but I love it. Love, love, love. If you're in the market for a new palette, definitely check this out. And it's also all natural, so support the all natural community, please. Okay, sticking with the Pacifica products, the next one that I have, and this is a little bit of a surprise even for myself, this is the Pacifica Dream Big Mascara. This is the only mascara I've used throughout the whole August, unless I'm doing something like layering my mascara. Like today I layered it with Maybelline Lash Sensational, but for pretty much most of August, especially when I'm going to work, I just use this and it's all natural. It's not, you know, like big and voluminous and whatever, but you just want to look like you have eyelashes, and so this is what I've been using whenever I need that. The next product that I want to talk about is my favorite foundation, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Light Beige, and this seriously is amazing. I don't know, it just makes my face or my skin look amazing, and I absolutely love this foundation. I'm so glad I took the plunge and tried it out and then eventually bought it, and now it's like my all-time favorite foundation. The next product is a skincare product, and this is the Lano Creme Reviving Night Cream, and I mentioned this in, I may or may not mentioned it in a video before, but I did write a blog post about it, and after I wrote that blog post, I kind of stopped using it because, I don't know, I thought that it wasn't doing much to my skin. But then lately, for the month of August, I started using it again as a night cream, and oh my gosh, every morning that I wake up after I've used this the night before, my face is so plump and so nice and smooth, and I don't know, I'm just so amazed by this. And so I'm gonna be going to Marshall's and hoping that it's in the shelves and, you know, purchase another one. Also, I gave one of these to my mom as well, and she said she really likes it, and so hopefully we can get some more at Marshall's. The last product that I want to talk about is the Skin & Company Sugar Scrub. I absolutely love this as a lip scrub. That's pretty much the only use I have for this. I don't really want to use it for anything else, and I just love it. And my favorite part, besides the nice lips, like it really does inspire blood circulation in my lips, but also it tastes amazing. So after I've done all of the scrubbing, I just kind of eat it afterwards, and it's okay because it's totally edible, and so I have been loving this very much. Now let's move on to my favorite books in August. Okay, so I have 2 books, and if you didn't know this about me, I read a lot of romance books. They're not young adult, they're not even new adult. They're just contemporary romance, sometimes romantic suspense. I really like those because it's so intense, but if I can't get my hands on a good one at the moment, then I usually read contemporary. And the 2 books that I want to talk about are both contemporary. The first one is Seducing the Boss by Mary Karr, and I think this is the second book I've read from her, and I know she is one of the biggest names, I feel like, in romance. And you know, it took me a little bit of time to get into reading any of her books at all. But now I'm finally on the bandwagon and loving it. Seducing the Boss is basically about two friends, and somehow they cross the line between friendship and an intimate relation, I suppose. That's the best way I could put it without being bored. I don't know. But it's so nice. Basically, the whole premise is that the guy made a proposition to his friend, which is a woman, and he offered a weekend, I think, a whole weekend to spend time with each other. And after that, you're just gonna have to read the book and see what happened. Okay, so the next book that I want to talk about is The Best Friend Bargain by Robin Beelman. And I just realized two books that I loved in August were both like centered around friendship. So The Best Friend Bargain is basically about, obviously, two best friends, a guy and a girl. And the girl kind of proposed to her best friend, not out of attraction or whatever, but she thought that she just needed to do it. She was in kind of a bind, and she decided to propose to him. And him being the good, amazing friend that he was, he's like, why not? Let's do it. But it's not as simple as that. Obviously, they had to go through different struggles and things like that, but my favorite part is the romance, of course. So the book is a light read and really quick, especially if you devoured a book like I did. Check it out if you are, looking for something just so nice to read towards the end of this summer season. Okay, so the very last favorite I have is a TV show. And I discovered this show when I was very, very young. And one time I was having a bad day at work, and I thought, oh, I'll just go take a nap. But then I was so upset that I couldn't take a nap. And then all of a sudden I thought about one of the characters in the show, and so I started watching videos from the show. And I'm talking about Yu Yu Hakusho. It's an anime, and there's an English dubbed version on YouTube, and I pretty much binge watched it in August, and I think it was like the second half of August maybe. I watched it non-stop. It was ridiculous. It's like 4 seasons. I'm so in love with the whole thing, but specifically the character Kurama. He is dreamy. I have had a little girl crush on that character forever, and apparently I still do, because he's awesome. If you've never seen this show before, I think it was translated to Ghost Fighters or something like that. Basically, it's a human. He died and then came back to life as a spirit detective or something like that. They had to battle evil demons, and Kurama is actually half human and half demon. The demon part of him is actually a fox, and oh my gosh, he is gorgeous. He's a demon fox, and both of them like plants. That's pretty much their choice of weapon. It's plants, and I would never look at a rose ever again in the same way after watching this show all over again. Now I kind of just, I don't know, want red roses just so I can be reminded of this guy. Anyways, yeah, the whole thing is just really awesome. And I also like this character named Hiei. I can kind of see myself in him, because he has this facade of, oh, I don't care about the humans, I really don't care if they all die or something like that. But there are some part of him that do care, and there is a reason why he is the way that he is, which I don't know, it speaks to me, because I am the way that I am because of the things that I've experienced in the past. And so he's so cool, and he's super short, and yeah, he's a bit of a shorty. And then there is Kuwabara, and he's kind of the fool of the group. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. I love him. But also, he's the kind of guy that has honor pretty much stamped on his forehead. He's amazing. And obviously the main character is Yusuke Urameshi, and oh my gosh, first of all, he's not bad looking either, and he's awesome. Basically his character gets stronger when his friends are in danger, which, you know, it's kind of like, how is that even possible? When you're pretty much beat down, you don't just suddenly gain strength just because you see that your friends are suffering, but he does. I don't know, maybe it's adrenaline or something, but he's so cool. And then the little romance here and there. By the way, these characters are only 14 years old, around that age, and so there isn't like strong romance aspect of it. There's a lot more violence, which I absolutely love, but it's a cartoon, so, or an anime, excuse me. And so, you know, it's not gory, it's not graphic, it's not offensive, at least in my opinion. So yeah, if you are, you know, looking for a new show and you like anime, definitely check out this show because, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. But anyways, I talked about that quite long now, so this is the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I would really like that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! And basically this is the Pacifica Natural Ice. Basically this is the Pacifica Natural Mineral Ice. Basically this is the Pacifica Natural Minerals eyeshadow palette, and the basically how would you describe him? He is kind of like he's kind of like the naughtiest one of all of them, as far as like he's kind of a